Dirty Schwab Productions.
Saturday, that's kind of a hard thing to do to ask people to get up early in the morning, come out and listen to some knowledge and whatnot, you know? But it's a good thing, you know, it's a good way to start to go into this year, start off the year right. The topic for today is the new word order versus the new world order. I put together a real nice video for y'all, you know, stayed up late and everything, working it, you have it tight, right? Look. Can't even show it to you though. Can't even show it to you. It's like technical difficulty. I thought QuickTime is going to be working. You know how this goes. But that's why we made hip hop. Nobody taught us how to play instruments. So we made an instrument out of the turntable. We made an instrument out of our voice. You know. So when all that fails, all that shuts down because of the millennium, then we just jump it off. I like to ask everybody to come up front, man. This is a family discussion. Just like we had home eat some chicken, have some applesauce. You know, and y'all remember, don't be front like you don't eat applesauce. Applesauce. We say applesauce.
We miss this Seattle.
Seattle, man. We eat right, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes left. Let's check it out though. So, you guys familiar with Lane Brown? Okay, well, let me get y'all familiar. For those of you who don't know. Listening to Lane Brown the other day, she's talking about New Age racism. I'm like, well, these people are New Age, shouldn't be racist. Should be. Some of them are. So, you know, we start looking at these different pictures, right? What they talking about the New Age is, and the gods of the New Age. One black person in there. Star Trek. Okay, remember the old Star Trek? How many black people? What was her name? Uhura. She was our last living descendant. Right? Right?
This was a woman that she was going to reproduce.
Yeah. She can still reproduce. Then remember the recent one, Star Trek. One sister. She's with Mr. Spock. And they was mad at her because she was giving the aliens some no, remember, this was the talk that was going around. Oh, well, she attacked him with the vicious black. But Spock wanted that, huh? But listen now. So, we got what we call New Age racism, y'all. You know, they're saying it's metaphysics, but then they start talking, and they start showing you images and pictures, and the picture says 1,000 words. But we got 1,000 pictures. Got like 1 million words. Huh? So when I see the picture, I see a whole bunch of stuff. The pictures I'm seeing when they say New Age, white. Maybe one speck of black. It's like being the Raisin and Milk. You been to Raisin and Milk? You been to Seattle? I know you've been to Raisin and Milk. Might down, huh? Okay. So then when we start looking at religion, the Jehovah's Witnesses, they have something they call the New World. Okay, read the Watchtower. Read through it. Just look at the pictures. Look at the pictures. Don't read none of the words. Look at the pictures. Because the pictures say more than the words. It's the white folks. All white folks. I'm like, so this is the new book? Ooh. That ain't cool. Y'all trying to eliminate us in the sci-fi, in the religion, huh? And then the political side of the new world order. That's the part that pushes all this. That's the part that has money connected to it. You know, even if you don't believe in the religion, right? Even if you're not into New Age stuff, you still got the politics of the New World Order. What is the politics and the value system of the New World Order? It's such a secret. I mean, there's so many Illuminati, Shriner, secret people that won't tell you. I'm like, well, do you even know? Y'all saying you're the proponents of the New World, on the back of the dollar and everything. Novus Ordo Seclorum. Do you even know that? You know, I'm talking to a Shriner. I'm like, oh, how much money will you be making in the New World Order? I'm not sure. I should do what I have to do. I have to put myself up on my bootstraps here. Oh, well, you don't sound too clear about what the New World Order is. But then we have the New Word Order. We all know at one point fresh meant something that you just bought. Now fresh means what? Fresh to death? Huh? Fresh and clean. Huh? There's a whole lot of words. I mean, the word hip and hop used to mean other things. But based upon the last 30 years, we totally redefined the whole English language. Not only did we remix the English language, we remix how people dress, fashion, music itself. All the musics were resurrected through hip-hop and redone. The drum was put back into it. The bass was put back into it. This is the new word order. This is the value system that we want to take into the future and leave the old stuff here. We don't want to watch. I mean, I done had this conversation with about 100 Jehovah's Witnesses. They go boom, 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 boom. Early in the morning, just like this. How you doing, sir? Oh, I'm going to tell you about Jesus. I'm like, look, you know, I really love y'all message because you guys know the Bible really well. But it's like we're in 2012 and I see a white Jesus in there. Have you not read the Bible? Oh, no, I read the Bible. Or did you skip over certain parts? Oh, no, I read the whole thing. Okay, you sure now? Because when I start getting at you, man, I think you're going to say, oh, I read this wrong. Or maybe you interpreted it wrong, right? Because it says he had hair like wool, skin like bronze, and burnt in the furnace, a voice as deep like many waters. How did you miss that? It said he was born, or he spent 17 years in Egypt. If you're white, you can't really spend 17 years in Egypt. You're going to turn black. Egypt's right on the equator. It's common sense. So these are false ideas and concepts that need to be left. Now, I left them a long time ago. Obviously, the world is not. It's still holding on to a lot of these false. And they say, well, it doesn't matter what color Jesus was. I said, man, look, you came back 40 years after you died, and they had a real light-skinned person, and they were saying that was you. They had changed up a whole bunch of your words. People who had killed you made your life into a religion, and I'm still here. I didn't say nothing, and I know it's a lie. Don't worry. We ain't good. They done totally flipped, dipped, and ripped my whole situation. You sitting here, you sitting here, you sitting here. You know it's a lie, you ain't saying nothing. I think that in this day and age, 2012, okay, you say the first casualty of war is the truth. Nah, we gotta flip it. Okay, it gotta be our tool and our weapon against what? False ideas and concepts. But in order to do that, you have to know the truth. How do you find out what the truth is? How do you know what the truth is from a lie? How do you decipher? You know, with so much information coming out, it's like information overload. You know, you say this, somebody pops up, some expert who says he's an expert and says this. You say you're from California, somebody else says, oh no, I know that guy, he's from Michigan. And then people that are on YouTube, oh, he's really not from California, he's from YouTube. Michigan. Yeah, I just heard it on YouTube. Well, that don't make it true. Well, that don't make it false. So how do you know the truth independent of these sources? I'm asking a question. I know the truth. I'm asking you, how do you know the truth independent from these sources, from what you read? Huh? Yeah. You come up short and you come up correct. You go to different sources, and most people have like one main source that they go to. You know, different sources? I mean, whoever it is talking, if he's the author, then he should be the best author. Let's see if I can get at this chalkboard. I mean, you guys heard of the term document? Huh? You guys heard the term document? Rotate. They be doing that. They be like, who is the devil? Right? It's not the devil. Okay? In our ancient symbols, all this that Jay-Z be throwing out, it's not the devil. That's a pyramid. Who made the pyramid? Huh? Us. The pyramid. So they saying one of our ancient structures is the devil. Just because Jay-Z's throwing it up in money. Okay, the go-ahead. That's Capricorn. Raise your hand to Capricorn. Hey, yes, happy birthday, huh?
Yeah.
Capricorn, my goals, greatest of all time. So, all these symbols, they have meanings. And the meaning just didn't start in 2000 when Jay-Z made a record. Kanye West came out with a video. All these symbols have meaning. 666. Ooh, that's the devil number. No, not really. It's your number, black people. That's your number. Did you know that? Yeah. Carbon. AKA. Melanie. Protons. 6 electrons. Neutrons. They said that's the number of the beast. A beast to who? Beast to who? If you don't have this, enough of this creates a lot of problems for you. Weakens your immune system, your bones weaken, you can't hear sounds well, you can't see colors well. A lot of problems. Feel me? Some people get melanin injections. They take melanin pills. Okay, but they're telling us 666 is the biggest. But they're trying to get some of this melanin so they don't burn out. Huh? They can see colors better, so they can hear sounds better, so their bones are stronger, so their dreams are clearer. All this stuff, document. Let's go back into document. Looks like this, right? Right? Document. That's how they draw it. And they add in other stuff and make it into a golden one. Okay? When you go like this, well, that's 6 again, huh? And these are just represented, this one represented up here. This lower one represented down here. When they came together, so this stuff about the pentagram being the devil symbol. All the stuff that's a black symbol becomes the devil. Voodoo is bad. I had some Jewish people help me out tremendously. Voodoo, you can use it in a bad way. You can do bad stuff with it. This is the chair. I can sit in it. That's the proper use, or I can throw it at you.
Going on.
Do you understand? See how that goes? Everything has a proper use and an improper use. Okay? I think that the proper use is God. The improper use of something is devil. It's about how you use it. You know? It's not about the actual object. It's about the person. Just like a drum machine. I had a partner here at a drum machine. He used to do all kinds of stuff with it, man. I get on it, I can't do nothing with it. I can't use the sequencer, the snare ain't working. He's like, oh, it's just like this. I'm like, oh, okay. So it's not the drum machine, though, it's the music. The turntable, it's the DJ, not the mic. You see it? Sometimes it might be a mic. These are just instruments, though. These are just instruments. These are just symbols. So what I'm saying to you today, y'all, we're talking about the fifth element. Fifth element. Got the 4 other ones. Y'all know what those are, right? Mic, turntables, right? Maker. That's all art, right?
Oh, okay.
I see you working. Right?
The freeze.
But it's like all 4 of these are used to express this. So you don't got this. You got people just like the instruments. You don't know what to do. You like a symbol without sound. Because you should take a different memory. charge your lights to remain silent. But the fifth element is this. When hip hop came out, it was like at a time of redefinition. Okay? I mean, you keep it real. There was a lot of feminine dressing men. Period. Men that didn't. I mean, if a man walked in there with some high heels and some lace on, it's Broadway, so I don't know, they might cheer him, but some of us gonna be like, God, you might be at the wrong place. Huh? Yes, sir. It's coming back. Yes, sir. I think it's bad. I think it's bad. I'll be like, oh. So, what hip hop did though, hip hop gave us a swing to the pendulum. Okay? So they had people over here wearing high heels and laces. Even Dr. Dre was wearing all that. Y'all remember?
Class Wrecking Crew.
Yeah. Even Dr. Dre was wearing all that. Everybody was doing that. We wasn't doing that. Okay? When I came into it, we was Run DMC, holding our joints. We had a big box right. That's what. Yeah. So it was our living manhood. It was like the Panthers, Malcolm, Marcus Garvey, all put into the mind. Like a Black Power shotgun loading slugs, transformed into lyrics. Now you call it thugs. Something happened though along the way. You ever heard when the fire said that? Something happened along the way. Something happened along the way. So people took some stuff out of hip hop and put some stuff in it. And what used to be all organic, naturally grown plant that grew in the hood is now a genetically modified organism. But it's not hip hop because you can't put soul into a genetically modified product. Impossible. It can't hold it. It'll fall apart. What would you guys say if I said that hip hop represents the end of something? End of something. The end of what though? End of what? That's what people are afraid of. They know it has the power to build or so, as you got hip. You guys know Happy Marriage. I know a lot of you MCs. I be listening to y'all. Y'all be feeling me. I be hearing you. I be listening to you. And I be watching. So, nevertheless, okay? What we do, we add them all together. Comes to a whole big number. We add them all together. We get one thing. Okay, let's add it. Just so you know, mathematically, what is that hip hop? 17, 16, 13. So 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 is a very important number. In numerology, 9 represents the masses of people, humanity, community, all coming together. Big groups of people, the planet, the human family, you know? It also represents the end of something. The end of something. I'm not going to say what. Malcolm X talk like that, and some other folks talk like that. They got about 7 bullets put in them. But I think you know what is going to bring the end of it. You don't have to go into that. You know, it's an unspoken truth, correct? So that if we're to talk about the continent that hip hop came from, what continent would we say? Let's talk about the dance. Let's talk about the music. Let's talk about the oral tradition. Let's talk about the dress. What continent? Say that again, bro?
Africa.
Africa. What makes you say that?
Because I've been around African culture basically all my life. The drums are heavy. The vocals are as loud as the singer can. The dress is showing a purpose. and it's nothing but a way to
Art.
express yourself.
Visual art.
Visual art is what the person can do. What the person can do is their art. There is no difference.
So it's like participatory, they welcome people to
To
do
do.
whatever they can do. Exactly. I hear some funny stuff though nowadays, y'all. I gotta address this stuff, okay? I gotta address this. 'Cause we talking real, right? We talking real, right? It's fam, right? Fam. Different colors and whatnot, different ways of thinking, but at the same time, we fam. And in hip hop, I only talk real talk. Cause I tell you what, you want people to lie to you, don't get mad at them for telling the truth. They just start lying to you. Cause you don't want to hear the truth. That's why I just keep it real true with you, okay? But, especially in Seattle, they're saying, so, hip-hop is for everybody. Hip-hop belongs to everybody. That's the new age stuff that's going around now. It's that new age stuff. Yeah. Oh, we're talking about black. That's an old term. Oh, black power, that's something else. That's gone. Those days are gone. That's what they say. Oh, United States of Africa, that's an old idea. They're doing something else now. I say, well, only way black power could be an old idea is if we have black power. Everything in the 10-point program was achieved. Is that it?
Nope.
Is that achieved? We get close? We got a long ways to go, huh? Yeah, like 10 steps, 10 points. Okay? It's like, well, Africa doesn't need to unite. That's an old concept. That'll never happen. They tried. Well, Africa is united now. It's just not united under Africa. It's united under the Euro, the EU. So we can get together. Sometime we'll work for Safeway, and we'll all get along working at Safeway. We step outside of Safeway, we can't get along. We fighting and killing each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like anytime when you see oppressed people, you always have to know that there's some type of cooperation on their part with their oppressor. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Hip hop is kind of, I ain't gonna say hip hop, I'm gonna say rap is going along with the thoughts and the ideas in the way of the oppressor. It is. Hip hop will never do that. Because, you know, we define hip hop, hip, meaning to make you aware, hop meaning elevation. And then, so they say the hip hop Illuminati. What? I'm looking at what the Illuminati do. There's no way that somebody who was aware and elevated would join them. This is no way. I hear about them, how they die, their lives, how they raise their kids, how they sit in coffins and stuff. Who want to sit in a coffin while you're alive? Who want to wear skull and crossbones and do all these different weird rituals? You know what our rituals are. We know what our value system is. You say, well, how can you make a value system out of turntables, man? But think about what a DJ is doing now. A DJ is mixing two worlds, spinning like planets together, harmonizing. Right? DJ. He's controlling the pace of it, mixing the two sounds together. If you can mix sounds together, you can mix thoughts together. If you can mix sounds and thoughts together, you can mix people together. If you can take two records that appear to be different and get them to match up and make music out of it, that's called harmonizing. Huh? Just with the ear. I know some brothers that can do it just with the ear. Keep the time and the place and everything. So some of these principles, we got to take it from music and apply it to life. Now, the breaker, how do you apply that to life? Well, I'm going to go back. People I knew who break. What about you, Ted? I was so glad they started breaking because before they were breaking into your house. Or breaking you off. Something real proper. Or breaking your job. They took it. They took their energy and they put it into something that's positive. Now this guy can go on Apollo, win $1,500, you know, do some things. Instead of hurting someone or hurting his own self. Okay. Aerosol. I mean, we talk about nowadays, you know, because there's a lot of extremities that need remedies. I think we got it right here. But we got to apply the fifth element to it, you know, to make it work. They ain't going to let us write on the walls no more, y'all. They'll let other people write on the walls, and you see all kinds of murals of other folks, but if we write on the wall, I've written on the wall, that's how I know, for a long time. And when I wrote on the wall, I almost got 5 years. I got community service, but The concept of graffiti was to beautify the neighborhood with bright colors, because the neighborhood didn't look good. It was late 60s, 70s. We wanted to make it look better. Nobody else was going to come make it look better. We didn't have a Model Cities program or a BDC program that was going to take money from here and put it in our neighborhood. So we took the spray can, some thoughts and some ideas, blessed the walls. Always bright colors, though. Always bright colors. That was the concept. Never gray, dark, blue. That's how the neighborhood already looked. Hella concrete. It needed some flavor. You know what I mean? So, then the last, MC, master of the ceremony. So how do you apply that to your life? I think it's more than just rapping on a stage. I think it's way more than just rapping on the stage. You're dressing a certain way or saying a certain bar. I think it's knowing what to say. Because a lot of people, they're more into the flow. Oh, he flows like this. That pose is so good. Okay, but what are you saying? It's good you got a good flow. What are you saying? So it's almost like the new world order that created a whole nother version of this. A whole nother version. Because people do it for different reasons now. They don't do it as a form of expression. They do it because they want this person to notice something, or it's more. It was braggadocious back in the day, but there weren't too many other ways we could get ourselves seen and heard and known, you know, so I got a question. So what is the new world order to you? If you could say one word, name one institution, name one person who represents the new world order, what would you say?
One person?
Or one institution?
Shoot.
That exemplifies the new world order.
The United States government.
I'll just say, keep it simple, the church.
Church? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you first, why do you say the United States government? Why do you say the church?
Position you think you go away where they can take advantage of it and put it in country leaders, policies, and trying to control everything.
The world police. Why do you say the church?
Well, because eventually everybody breaks down and everybody needs a place to restore themselves, per se. Get themselves restored. So I feel the church is a perfect place for that. Communion, fellowship.
But if they say New World Order is about sign symbols, devil, how can that be in the church? And they're saying the church is against the so-called hip-hop Illuminati, so the church is like pointing at hip-hop. And I was on the radio with, you guys know Leslie Braxton? You guys know Leslie Braxton? Yeah, we were kind of having this conversation. Huh? Leslie Braxton. Minister Reverend Leslie.
I would say self.
Self.
That's what I was gonna say.
I like that.
You need to be aware.
I like that. I like that.
You need to be aware of what's around you, who's saying what perspective do you have in the mix? Where are you coming from?
Can I ask you a question, brother? Sure. From what you know about the New World Order, what you experienced, why would you be opposed to it or against it?
I'll say this. From my perspective, what I need to do is walk in a manner that a child can look at me and see where I go and where I don't go. Anybody can look at me and see where I go and where I don't go. And I want to be an example of God.
Well said, bro. Very well said. And I think that what has happened, you know, because we're in the information age, I think that what has happened, this is our box, this is our home, this is our community, right? Really, this is our community. There's a lot of leaks. So there's stuff coming in, and there's a whole lot of stuff getting out. We don't really need to get out. You know, this would be, say like, this our mind. Right? So the immune system of your mind is coming to you. It tells you what's supposed to be in you and what's not supposed to be in you. Right? But if they're keeping things vague, bleak, unclear, gray area, you feel it, but you can't touch it. You hear it, but you can't see it. You know what it is, but you can't find the word for it. A lot of stuff like that. But you know it's not right and exact. Keep it out. You figure out what it is. That's why I say hip hop, it's about this. It's about definition. You get on the mic. If you say what he said, they're going to say, well, damn, you just said what he said. I ain't going to drive past McDonald's to get McDonald's. Stop at the first McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? You got to say something original in your own way. That's one of the things that's lost too as well. You know? That's what makes it your definition. Say it in a way that's original. You know what I'm saying? Talk about something people ain't talking about. How many MCs read and then write? That's how you get a crispy rhyme. Listen, so they say the kids ain't listening in school, right? I tell you what the new word order is. The new word order is we take algebra and put it to hip hop. We take history and rap it. We take language, which is hip hop, English 101, and teach it through hip hop. Guarantee you'll have to throw the kids out the class. Have them write like that. And that's what we're doing at the UPC. You know, I'm not a person that wants to give you fear facts, or I give you a whole bunch of facts to make you afraid and stuff. But most people are really afraid. You don't have to do that. They're afraid of something. You know, I'm one of those people, I'm not a fearful type of person, you know, but I'm wise. So be careful what I say. But I'm the type of person that give you a whole bunch of fear. You going to hell? Hell in heaven is right here. Right here. Not under the ground. We go down under the ground, we're gonna find dirt and worms. We go up in the sky, we're gonna find stars and blackness and planets. You know? Yeah. So we right here sound on the ground. Right? So definition. Going into the future. I really wish I could show you guys this video. It's so crispy. But if you guys didn't get a name and information, I would definitely shoot you a video. I'm going to have to cut it up and try to put it on YouTube. It was longer than 10 minutes. But it really gives you a grasp of what I'm talking about when I say New Age racism. You know, when I talk about the New World Order, the politics of it, around the African continent, how it's going down. There's so much information that we're getting about Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, all these conspiracy theories. Man, listen. In the meantime, in between time, after there's so much stuff going on in Africa, I know y'all saying, well, that's far away. That's not connected to me. That's not true. You ask a Chinese person, do they care about China? They're going to say, absolutely. My people's is there. You ask a Filipino person, they care about the Philippines, they're going to say, for sure. My uncle and stuff is back there. You ask an Indian person, they care about India, they're going to say, for sure. Yeah, that affects me. Whatever happens to India, people look at me, and to them it's happening to me, even though I'm not there. So whatever happens to Africa, y'all, they're looking at us. And the status of Africa determines the status of black people, period. when Africa was a world power, wherever we went, we were looked at as BGDs, black ghetto dignitaries. Or back then, black grand dignitaries. Sisters, brothers, all of us. They expected us to come and teach wherever we went, because it was the center of learning. Know what I mean? So, some of the things that's going on there now, the whole diamond trade, man, y'all know about that. So, then we see them going up the diamond and whatnot, and I'm like, well, this guy's advertising diamonds, but these guys over here dying for diamonds. And they can't even eat, but they're dying for diamonds, and they're selling these diamonds at top price. Who are the people that selling the diamonds? I'm not going to necessarily name names and shame names, but y'all know who are the people that selling the diamonds. Jewelers, right? It's right there in the word. Jewelry. It's right there in the word. I mean, he ain't too slick. He calls it jewelry, and I'm like, wow, you ain't trying to be slick. You put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But, and I also like to, just to draw our attention to the things that we give fame and energy and rise to. Cars, rims. That ain't doing nothing for us. Any product that we put energy to, it be coming back to us. So, I'm rapping about bling and rings and things and whatnot. I mean, you doing that, that's cool, man. Do what you're doing. I'm not doing that. I'm not advertising this joint for nothing.
People like to love things that don't love them back. All that stuff that you be trying to buy and talk about and wear and all that shit. I mean, you might as well just do 100 and go give your mama a hug. I do that every day.
That's my brother there, man. Because that's real right there. All that energy you put into that, you can put into your family. But, I know this sounds simple. I know you expected to hear some real high-power conspiracy theory stuff about devils and spooks. Woo! Halloween shit. Nah. I don't think that's what the New World Order and the New World Order. Two value systems. Okay? This is World War III. Right now. We have it right now. You see any bombs fall? No. Do I have a gun? No. Do I have a tank? No. So what is World War III really about?
It's about basketball wives and
I think you're about to get kicked out.
all that stuff you see on VH1, BET, all that stuff. That's what the war is. It's the war of the mind. They want to keep us controlling the
ideology,
so that they can take us away from what our real purpose and our real goal is. They want us to be all about that drama so we can forget about what's actually going on in front of our face. You can't find
household.
You cannot find another show anything like that on TV. There should be 5 shows like that right
You're going to find My Two Dads.
You're going to find the Cleveland show. The Cleveland show. That's the
Yeah, sitting there watching it.
And then when they turn 16, 17, they want to be gay because they're like girls, you confused, but you're going to let them watch it.
You're going to see Tyler Perry.
And see, that's we say gay and we say all these terms and whatnot, but honestly, that's a Roman value system. In Rome, that's cool. Raise your hand if you're Roman. Okay. Raise your hand if you're in Rome. Raise your hand if you're on your way to Rome. Okay, so we ain't doing that, are we? They say when in Rome, do as in Rome. Well, I'm not a Roman. Not in Rome. And I'm not Roman. Look it. I know who I am. So I'm going to be me. You be you, and I'm going to be me. Right? Dealing with two value systems. And the reason why I be talking about this a lot, because my children are here. This is my daughter, and this is my son. So at a certain point, I had to look at what I was saying in my music. I'm going to always keep it real now, because I don't want my kids to think I'm a liar. Dad, you was funny. I'm going to keep it real, because that's what type of person I am. If you don't like it, leave me. But, I think that's a hip-hop value, right? So we're dealing with the value system that we want to be projecting to our kids, number one, and to the world. Okay? When you're 25, you can ram your nuts, you can have a gun, you can do all that stuff, man. When you get past 30 and you're still doing that, you see Snoop still doing that, going to court for shooting people and stuff? No, you gotta grow up and get past that. If you get past that age and are still doing that, they have some very tight condominiums for you, my brother. Huh?
Free meal, all that.
Free meals, free transportation, 24-hour cable.
Free clothing.
I'm not going to them. You see what I'm saying? So we have to say, as real people in hip hop, not the people that's on TV saying they us, not, but the real people in hip hop, this is our value system. These are the things that we value, right? And the way I identified them was like this. He said it's 8 of them, right? You know what the 9th one is, right? Art, right? But that's the creative force, right? Also, song, B-boys, that's the dance, MC, DJ. I keep it G. I gotta keep it G, oh, for sure. Let me know what this is. Right? I think we all agree with this. And, because within all cultures, okay, and I'm taking this right from Bobby Seale, okay, from my mentors. In all cultures, right, there's something that magnetizes people. Got a little Irish in me. So in Irish culture, you know what brings Irish people together? Alcohol. Right? It's not a bad thing. If you drink too much, it can be a bad thing, but that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Black folks, music definitely bring us together, right? Or a party. That's it. Bobby. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's what bring us together, right? So now that we together, we know it's going to be some men there and some women there, right? What do men and women do? What have they been doing for a long, long time? They're never going to stop doing it. Okay. So then we got to educate them, right? You know what? I've been seeing a lot of hip-hop couples. I remember when they met. I remember the party they was at that they met. Now they got 4 kids. You know? 4 kids.
You got that.
Yeah, I got that one.
Shit, I went to public schools, man. They kicked me out of math my 2nd year, bro. I'm doing the best I can. I'm ready to count my toes. You know what I mean? But it's like, so I think to myself, what if we had a hip-hop school that could teach this value system instead of our kids coming home and talking about that there's a book that's called Dad's New Friend, and it's not a woman. No, real talk. Come on, man, I worked in the school, I seen this. Or instead of my daughter coming home and, you know, they're having cross-dress day at Cleveland, that's a different value system. I'm not knocking that person if they want to do that, but that's not my value system. My value system is not that.
Are you serious?
No, real talk, in Cleveland, real talk. Real talk. It still goes on. The girls dress like boys and the boys dress like
And they
girls.
call it
Cross-dress day. Go to Cleveland, ask them about it. So, I'm not comfortable with my kids getting that type of value system reinforced into them. I'm just not. How about you? It's not an alternative.
They don't pray in school either.
It's like Pac said in Lost Prison Tapes, I think was the interview. He was saying, you know, there should be a class on scams, there should be a class on poverty, there should be a class on war, but instead, there's a class on gender. And he's right. I mean, they don't teach. When I got out of school, I'd say within the first year after high school, I gained more knowledge than I did all of K through 12.
Yeah.
And I think everybody in here pretty much agrees. They ran me out of school, but I was teaching. So, you know, go figure. But in order to kind of synthesize, concentrate this value system and be able to pass it on, because somebody else is giving them a different value system of hip-hop. Straight up. Jay-Z got a different value system than me. That's my bro and everything. He's tight, real tight, man. I can use some of his beats sometimes, too. But he got a different value system. Beyonce got a different value system, you know? If I had that much money, I'd be building schools all over the place. Hip-hop schools. I know it's the best tool to teach. That's not his value system. He wants the chorus and do what you brother. I think we all agree that this is our value system, y'all. Otherwise, y'all wouldn't be sitting there. Listen to me when we're talking about this topic. It's a little strange, outside the box. You know, and one reason why we're having this is because something that we want to see within the next year, 2, maybe 3, is a hip-hop university. I got a brother here who works at the University of Washington. He has a hip-hop class. I enjoy the class very much. You know, him and another brother teach it. There's a hip-hop class upstairs at Seattle Central, you know. So we need a hip-hop university. And not saying they're going to be rapping all day and freestyling all day. No. Or scratching all day. Hip-hop is what is the magnet that draws you to it. Okay? Because when I think about writing rhymes, I'm thinking about English composition 101. Correct? Yeah. When I think about mathematics, I'm thinking about music. Right? Formulas and whatnot to put together. When you put together a certain beat, that's a formula. That's a formula. It's a tap formula. You know what I mean? All of these subjects, even this, DJing, that can be applied too. That's like chemistry, because you're mixing two things together, right? Mixing, kind of like mixing drinks, right?
And math too.
Kids are what? All the kids, 1 out of 3 is obese. That's what Lady Obama said. She said 1 out of 3 kids is obese in America. I bet you in the 80s they wouldn't have been obese, because even if they didn't want to exercise, it was so fun watching that dude on the Soul Train pop locking. You had to get up. You couldn't let him outdo you. You know, we was outside spinning on our backs. We can bring that back. Hip hop. All these ills that come from the new world order, the remedy is the new word order. Right? But when you put a word together, they call it spelling. Right? So when you speak, you cast it in spells. When you write, you cast it in spells. Your pen is a magic wand. The question is, what type of spell you gonna cast? That's where the 5th element comes in, right? The 5th element in the periodic table, or whatever, you got air, water, earth, and fire. So what's the 5th element, y'all?
Beryllium.
What'd you say, but really not? But really not. So it's ether, right? Yeah. That's what's here. Besides the thoughts that we're all entertaining, shooting back and forth, there's energy in this room as well. Right? Because there's other hip-hop people in the city who you probably wouldn't sit and have this conversation with. Right? So there's a certain energy. Now, the question is, how do we multiply this energy to where our movement is not being hijacked over here by these folks? When they say hip-hop, people associate crime and all these terrible things with it, and alphabet and the devil, and you know what I'm saying? And hip-hop Illuminatis. I'm like, man, stop the jam. Back 30 years ago, we were just talking about Just Ice and stuff, and Mantronics. It didn't have nothing to do with the devil. How did it get to this?
We got to get the media educated. Because they're the ones that put these false images out there.
Well, see, the media is the one that's doing the false educating. They're doing that on purpose. They know, look, they have an agenda. The agenda is to control and to demonize anything that might give us power. Anything that might give us
Any
a
threat.
means to uplift our people. They're like, oh no, we gotta take that out. We're gonna kill Biggie and Tupac. We're gonna and Biggie he was a byproduct. They wanted to kill Tupac because as Tupac was talking about all this gangster and stuff like that, he had a lot of strong, powerful political messages in his music, and he had a following across the country, black, white, Asian, whoever. And everyone listened to what he had to say. They had to take him out because he had too much power. Anything that is going to uplift us, they want to take and demonize it or get rid of it, basically. And that's media's job. Media's job is to basically take and destroy that, whatever way they can. And that's why they give deals. If you ever wonder why if you are consider yourself a conscious rapper, and you wonder, why is it so hard for me to get a deal? Why is it so hard for people to look my way? Why is it so hard for me to sell records? Why are people like Lil Wayne selling millions and millions of records? The reason why is because they're paying him to to put that message out there, to be a distraction, to be something that's
Right.
gonna basically tear us down and not build us up.
Yeah.
That's what they want out there.
You know how they talk about, they say weapons of mass destruction? A lot of these brothers are weapons of mass distraction. Like I said, yeah. You can sit and listen to it for 3-4 days, and the only thing you will figure out, I figured, you guys see Short But Shorty? I see Short But Shorty? Go and look up Short But Shorty. Look it up. And this is like a world depiction of how stupid some of these guys sound. It's like, I understand you making up a word, brother, but the word gotta mean something, right? You gotta make a point. You do. You gotta make a point. That's a big, huge part of rap. So I have to ask myself, man, are you a tool where you can build? Are you a tool? You just rap, or are you a weapon against my people? You know? Yeah, because words are serious, y'all. Words are real serious. Look. I put an S on it. Right? Uh-oh. But then at the same time, look. You got words, the words make up world. Oh, ideas. The words come from ideas. So what about
A lot of the, cats that would say where hip hop originated from the hood or whatever, they don't consider themselves hip hop. They say, oh, well, hip hop's these hippie kids over here with their backpacks, this and that. Well, I'm a rapper. I'm keeping a rap on this and that. What do you think about that? Is there a difference between hip hop and hip hop enthusiasts, or
I see hip hop as more of an energy, I don't just see it as you can rap.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's what I'm saying, though, but young cats I deal with that are clearly hip hop, they don't want to associate with hip hop, because they feel like hip hop is like, the backpack, hippie hop, that's what they think of it.
Hold on, real quick. I had these conversations back about 10 years ago with people, right, in Seattle, and I see them now, they're not on that. They went from, this is about blah, 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 but they developed, they stayed in it long enough to develop, Jeezy. Young Jeezy used to be talking crazy about all the conscious rap. He said one time, Nas and Rakim are the type of rappers that'll come to dinner with a book. And it was kind of funny. It was kind of funny. It's like, oh, he's clowning. But he was trying to say that they kick too much knowledge. Now he's trying to get knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Ice Cube used to be a little quite different back in the day. Y'all remember? Huh? America's Most Wanted. No, I'm saying before that though. He was a gang member with a curl down the ear. You know what I'm saying? But through hip hop and through criticism, he developed. He developed into a great dude now. You know what I'm saying? Now he does family.
But you know what a lot of that came from too? A lot of that seemed like it came from the beginning was the inner city, in his hood. He was saying what he saw, and once they got that light and started to travel, started to see other things, his eyes and things started to open up. He started to see things as a man, and his words started to change. That's when he got that with P and whatnot. I was cracking at his again.
I think it comes full circle too, because like you're talking about Snoop, he definitely grew up. You see these guys, like you said, they stay in it a while, and you start to realize, but you gotta think, you're 16 years old, with Soulja Boy, for example, and somebody you're watching the videos already, everybody's got rims and cars and money and drugs and females, it's a cool life, who doesn't want to party all the time? And then all of a sudden somebody comes and waves a record deal in your face, like you said, they're paying them to be these fools. This is what you're gonna say, here's the camera.